ever failed so badly you wanted to give up? Maybe you feel like God's disappointed in you. I've been there. But what if I told you failure isn't the end? It's actually a part of your comeback story. Stick around, because today we're talking about how God can use our biggest mistakes to do something amazing. Welcome back to Driving Life's Short Bus. I'm glad you made it here today. Let me ask you, have you ever failed at something? I mean, messed it up really bad and thought, that's it, I'm done, I'll never get it right, I give up. Maybe it was a goal you set but didn't reach. Maybe you made a mistake that you just can't stop replaying in your head. Or maybe you feel like you've let God down again. I've been there. But if that's you too, I have some good news. Failure's not final. It's not the end of our story. In fact, God can use failure to shape us, teach us, and prepare us for something greater. Today, we're going to look at what the Bible says about failure and how God can help us grow despite our failures. Let's be honest, failure hurts. It can be frustrating, embarrassing, and sometimes it makes us want to quit altogether. But here's the truth. Some of the most powerful people in the Bible failed, and they failed big time. Peter denied Jesus 3 times after saying he wasn't going to do it. David failed repeatedly, and it cost him. Moses let his anger get the best of him, and he killed a man. Paul, before becoming one of the apostles and writing most of the New Testament, he openly hunted and persecuted Christians. And yet, God still used them to change history. Their failures didn't disqualify them. Instead, it became part of their journey toward a greater calling. And I believe the same is true for us. Let's take a look at what the Bible says about failure. Proverbs 28:13 says, "Whoever conceals their sins does not prosper, but the one who confesses and renounces them finds mercy." We have choices when we fail. Hide it, pretend it never happened, stay stuck in shame and not prosper, or learn from it. Failure isn't about staying down, it's about getting back up. It's about admitting we failed, asking for forgiveness and learning from it, growing and moving forward with God's grace. And guess what? God's mercy is bigger than our mistakes. Romans 5:3-4 gives us some more encouragement. It says, "We also glory in our sufferings because we know that suffering produces perseverance, and perseverance, character, and character, hope." When we suffer, fail, and struggle, that builds perseverance, and perseverance develops character, and that leads to hope. That means when we fail, we have the opportunity to develop, find hope, and grow. God isn't against us, He's for us. He's shaping us into the person He created us to be. Let me ask you something. Have you ever watched a little kid learn to walk? They stumble, they fall over and over again. But what do? They get back up. Why? Because they're learning and because it's part of the process. No loving parent scolds their child for falling. They cheer them on. They encourage them to try and try again. I believe that's how God sees us. He's not waiting for us to fail so He can punish us. He's cheering us on, telling us, get back up, keep going. I'm right here with you. I won't leave you. That's why in James 1:2 it says, "Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds." Joy and trials, I know that sounds a little crazy, but here's the thing. Every failure, every struggle, every setback is an opportunity to grow closer to God. It's an opportunity to improve. It's a chance to trust God more and to rely on His ways instead of our own. And that brings us probably to the most important part. What we do when we fail. How do we move forward? The Apostle Paul gives us the answer in Philippians 3:13-14. "But one thing I do, forgetting what is behind and straining toward what is ahead, I press toward the goal to win the prize for which God has called me heavenward in Jesus Christ." I believe this is the key. Forget what's behind and press toward what's ahead. So, let go of guilt. God's already forgiven you if you've asked to be forgiven. Learn from the failure. Ask, what can I do differently next time? Keep moving forward. Our future is greater than our past, so press forward to the future. That's because our story isn't over. If Peter had let failure define him, he would have never preached the day of Pentecost. If Paul had given up, he wouldn't have written most of the New Testament. What if Moses didn't move forward with God's plan for Israel? Or what if David stopped praying to God and trying to honor Him again and again and again? And us? What if we don't realize that God still has work for us to do and our best days are truly in front of us? So, if you're struggling with failure today, here's what I want you to take away from this. Failure isn't the end of our story. God can use failure to move us in the right direction. The next time we mess up, let's stop and remember that it's not time to quit. It's time to get back up. Keep trusting God and keep moving forward because He's not done with us yet. Our best days are really in front of us. If this has encouraged you, take time to share it with someone who might need to hear some good news. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss more encouraging biblical content. And remember, I'm rooting for you, and it's all possible if you believe.